Hi, good morning everyone, and welcome to the introductory session of Open Innovation Hackathon. Open Innovation Hackathon is an online hackathon by Reskilll in collaboration with Spark AR, inviting students, developers, tech enthusiasts to learn about Spark AR Studio and utilize its tools to create their assets that are innovative, value creating, and have a wider impact on the audience. So let's begin the session with our guest speaker for today and one of the jury members of Open Innovation Hackathon, Mr. Sathish Chittibabu. Sathish is the co-founder and CEO of Fanisko, a sports tech company helping sports teams, leagues, brands engage and retain their fans through augmented reality, gamification, loyalty rewards, personalization. Satish will be taking you through the future of augmented reality. Over to you, Satish.
Hi, Askar. Thanks for the opportunity to speak on the future of AR. Hi, everyone. Good morning to everyone in India, and I'm in Chicago, so it's kind of Friday night for me. But anyway, I won't take much, but just gonna chat a little bit more about what I think in my opinion, how the AR industry is shaping up. To give a little bit of background. I'm the CEO co-founder of Fanisko. We are my screens are still sharing, right? Okay. So we are a digital fan engagement platform and solution. We are a sports tech company. We've been in augmented reality for the last few years, and we have seen the growth of augmented reality. And So our platform, we offer a plug and play platform which offers gamification, content personalization, loyalty rewards, and analytics, and all those things. But our key element is we enable a lot of front end touch points, right? So we catering towards the millennials and the Gen Z fans, who obviously are very different from how they consume the sports and and media and entertainment. And so we kind of help them connect with their brands and with their favorite teams through experiences in augmented reality. And we pretty much kind of cover all major platforms of augmented reality, social AR. We do Spark AR filters in Facebook and Instagram, and also Snap Lens. We do app AR experiences for Android and iOS apps built on Unity platforms. And we also do web AR, and it covers kind of the eighth. We leverage Eighth Wall as one of the popular platform there to do it. Over the last year or 2 years, we have engaged more than 4 million fans with our augmented reality experiences. And the more we see, the platforms have evolved, and we have seen the growth of the platform, and we have seen the growth of adoption from end users, as well as we see lot more creators coming into augmented reality. And so that's kind of the new that's a very good thing for overall from augmented reality industry, because uh, as as the industry is evolving into okay, before going there, just want to give you some examples of some of the experiences we have done in Spark AR. As you can see on the screen, so these are some experiences that we have built for clients and brands, right? So some of these and then basically our team is built by our team, and our team has kind of leveraged, like we have seen, like I said, right? I think we have couple years back, augmented reality was not so big, and it has evolved, and we have adapted to it. We have it was initially, it was so difficult to kind of build these experiences, but now we see the platform getting mature, and we are able to kind of leverage some of high end experiences, more complex experiences are able to be able to create them. And interestingly, it's easy for us now to go and talk to the brands about it, right? I think earlier it was, the interesting thing is the industry was evolving on one side from a technology standpoint, but the other side, you see the brands adopting to it, right? Even now people just don't get it, how augmented reality can be leveraged, right? They just look at it like more like, yep, it looks more cool, but how do I use it, right? And but we do see more brands coming in, adopting it, and more brands coming in and willing to try it out as an experience to connect with their audience, right? Be it sports, be it retail brands who want to kind of leverage it to offer engagement or immersive experiences. We do see these things coming around, uh, in adoption. I mean, we are still in the very early stages of the augmented reality industry, but as the industry matures, we are going to see a lot more adoption coming in, by more mainstream. So with that, right, I'll just move into a couple, thoughts on how the future of augmented reality holds. Um, one key element that when we started doing augmented reality, right, and we were struggling to talk about augmented reality with our clients and as well as our audience base, right, because it was so new. It was so new, and one of the key question that comes in was, okay, how do I use it, right? How do I leverage it as part of my marketing campaign or as part of my engagement campaign and all those things, right? So broadly, right, I think, one of the I mean, the success of augmented reality is going to be the mainstream adoption. So how do you bring augmented reality into the mainstream, right? So I've kind of broadly classified into three buckets. One, I'm kind of calling it immersive engagement, right? When I say immersive engagement, uh, industries like the sports, media, the entertainment, like the movie industry or kind of like the entertainment industry, in a gaming, right? Gaming is also another immersive experience that can be offered. And also education, right? Learning can be immersive rather than just kind of the traditional means of all these, right? All this is like we are moving towards, as the hardwares, as the phones that we use mature and get stronger and powerful, we are able to see the use cases build up for these immersive engagement, right? Gone are the days where like as a sports fan, it just kind of like catching up the scores and news. Right now people want to get closer to the action, right? So how do you bring the stadium to the fan, right? Likewise in media or in entertainment, how do you kind of give the fans I mean, how do you tell the story immersively to the fans, right? So yesterday I was just checking out, Disney launched an AR experience for the new the Eternals movie. I mean, not the Marvel, from the MCU, right? The Eternals movie. So it was an immersive storytelling experience, and I was kind of checking it out for for a few minutes, and it was good. It was a good use case, right? How you are able to get closer to the different characters showing up in the movie. So we're going to see more and more immersive engagement use cases, in these industries, right? And getting the users and fans closer to it. And the other bucket I would call it is experiential marketing. This is where you have more brands, right? The retail brands, the direct to consumer brands coming in, wanting to attract their audience. Not, I mean, imagine, right? We all we have seen digital ads, right? But now people want to give it a try, right? Before you want to buy. If there is a jersey, if there is a shirt, if there is a jewelry, or like or whatever you can imagine, right? You can experience it in augmented reality before actually going and buying it, right? Think of real estate use case, right? You want to rent a place and you live in another city, and you want to rent a place in another city, or you even want to travel to another city and want to check it out, right? Instead of looking at pictures, right? Pictures are 2D, and they're not going to give you much options, right? So imagine experiencing that in augmented reality, right? By think of an experience like walking into a portal which takes you to that place, and you look around and see for yourselves how it is, and then kind of making a decision, right? So we're going to see more of those experiential marketing use cases as well coming in. And the third bucket that I would think of augmented reality evolving is operational efficiency. think of it like more like a heavy engineering industry, right? The big heavy engineering industry, if there is something to be troubleshooter, right, or or even a customer support, right, you can use augmented reality to uh, to do remote support, right. It could be in healthcare, it could be even fintech, right. And a good example of a healthcare use case is how do you dial a doctor, right, and you can have a virtual visit with the doctor, right? So the doctor can come into your room and you can ask a question, more like a augmented reality holographic experience, right? So there's a lot of use cases that we would see adoption as the devices mature, as the internet connectivity matures. We are going to see these immersive experiential use cases develop over a period of time. And another and then again, I mean, all this is going to be dependent on the uh, like the maturity, right, and adoption, right. And that's why we are seeing the bigger companies, right, like Facebook, now Meta, spending a lot of money educating the market, and put investing a lot of money in the technology to make the platform richer and stronger, so that it can deliver those experiences, right. So in my opinion, augmented reality is going to be the gateway to the whole new metaverse. I'm sure like most of you guys who are watching this are already aware of metaverse, right. How this is evolving. We're going to see uh, a complementary digital world, where you can exist, right, where you I mean, and as a user, you're going to have certain you're going to collect some things, you're going to own something in the digital space and all those things, right. So that's kind of like the big metaverse. And if you want to experience something, or if you want to get into the metaverse, right, augmented reality is going to be the key gateway to get into it. It could be either through your phones, right, which is getting powerful, or the new emerging the wearable devices, right, like the glasses, AR glasses. All right, so you're going to see more of this technology revolution happening and maturity happening, and the cost of these devices is going to keep coming down, so that it becomes a mainstream adoption and becomes a true gateway into metaverse. And again, I mean, this is a really like I have 15 minutes. Aska gave me 15 minutes to kind of talk about it, so I want to make sure that I cover it. And but happy to discuss more on a lot of other things, right. So what does it mean, right? The future of AR as a technology is very promising, but if you really think about it, right, what does it mean for the industry, right, for engineers, or for people who want to build a career in AR. So we're going to see a significant growth in AR career opportunities in the next 2 to 5 years, right? I mean, there's going to be a learning curve. I mean, because understanding AR, understanding how to build an AR, it's going to take us a ramp up time. But once we able to kind of start that, you're going to see a big growth and job opportunities coming across the spectrum, right. And the platforms, right, like like I said, Meta is investing or billions of dollars, right. Likewise, like other companies are going to be investing in it, right. So naturally, the career, I mean, for somebody who is in AR, right, they're going to have a multiple avenues or multiple opportunities that they can actually shine in, right. It could be you could be building spark filters for Instagram and Facebook, and even building experiences in the metaverse, right, powered by Meta, or it could be like other platforms as well, right. So there's going to be a huge opportunities, but again, the key element there is understanding the fundamentals, right. The fundamentals and the basics of how the platform is going to be. I mean, understanding that AR and understanding that ecosystem is going to be key for anybody to build that career and grow in that, right. And you're going to see a new kind of opportunities, like creative artists, AR engineers, UX designers, 2D, 3D animation designers, 3D modelers. So we're going to see a mix of creative people and engineering, blend, and marketing, all blend together. It's going to be a hybrid and a much more a different kind of a career path that's going to come up in the next few years. So I'll just kind of wrap it now, but happy to connect with anybody. I'm just leaving my LinkedIn and Twitter, contact here, information here. Happy to chat with anybody who's more interested to kind of learn more and talk more about it, a career or even in general about AI, right? So that's pretty much it. Asker, this is my last slide, so over to you.
Thank you, Satish. It was an insightful session. So,
Any questions? Any Q&As?
yeah, if anyone has any questions, they can put it on the chat. Satish will be happy to answer.
I'm sure this session is for the hackathon participants, right? I believe. I'm assuming. I mean, it's a great opportunity for all of you guys, right, who are in the hackathon to participate and kind of learn about new and try it out and start building a career in it, right? So it's definitely a great opportunity what Spark AR and Reskill is doing. Appreciate you guys for that.
So, there's one question, Satish. How to start journey in augmented reality from beginner?
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting question, right? I think to start a career, you have to first understand what augmented reality does, right? So I would say, like, there are a lot of augmented reality experiences available already. Explore that, right, and then kind of try it out and understand it, right? Once you understand it, and then you're going to start appreciating the power of that AR, augmented reality technology itself, right? And naturally, you're going to find a platform that interests you, and obviously, like Spark AR is a very powerful and platform, and I've seen it personally. I've seen it with my team. The Spark AR platform has evolved rapidly, and it's much easier to build in Spark AR. To give an example, some of in Fanisko, some of the freshers, right, who have no experience to AR or anything, with few hours of mentorship and guidance, they were able to create and publish their filters by themselves.
Thank you, Satish. So, that's it, I guess. There are no more questions. So, thank you for joining us. I know it's late night for you there.
Thank you, Askar. Thanks you for opportunities, and in case anybody needs to connect with me, just let them know my contact information. And good luck for everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. And now we have Roopal Mittal who will be doing a hands-on training session on Spark AR. She'll be teaching you how to build great AR effects on Spark AR. Roopal is a campus ambassador for Spark AR. Over to you, Roopal.
Hello, Oscar. Hello, everyone. I'm Roopal Mittal, campus leader from Reskilll and Spark AR by Meta. So Satish gave a very insightful walkthrough about the future of augmented reality and how to leverage the same in future. So I'm just gonna take it further, and today I'm going to guide you guys on basically how to get started with Spark AR Studio and make your first AR effects. So right now I'm just going to start with talking about Spark AR, what Spark AR Studio is and what it is used for. Basically, Spark AI Studio is basically an augmented reality platform for Mac and Windows that allows you to somewhat easily create AR effects for mobile cameras. You can build filters and effects and publish them on Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. So the tool is very user friendly, I would say, and you don't even have to have any prior coding knowledge for the same to get started with it. Although, of course, if you dive in deeper for more concepts and capabilities, you would need that as well. It has a lot of features and capabilities which make it an amazing platform to work with for development of augmented reality experiences, I would say. And that's, I would say, this is like just a brief of what Spark AR Studio is. And now I think without any further ado, we can just get started with the hands-on session. So I hope that you guys have Spark AI Studio installed. But if you don't have it, Oscar will just share. We'll just share the link in the chat box, so you can just put it on download, and we can uh, just do it together uh, as I just take you through the software, like how it works, what all we can do with it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna share my screen. Just give me a minute. I hope my screen is visible. Oscar, if you could give me a heads up on that.
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So, guys, this is the first window that comes up when you open Spark AI Studio. And right now, you can just see on my screen that these are the few templates that Spark AI provide. If you are a beginner, you can start with it using these templates. And yeah, so I'll be starting with a blank project. So I could guide you through, I could demonstrate just a few components, like how all of it appears on the screen, what all features we have, and what all you can do with it. So yeah, this is the window that appears when you open a blank project on Spark AI Studio. So I'll guide you through on few of the components to just get a familiarity with the software, like what all components we have. So right in the middle of my screen, you can see this is the viewport, like whatever appears on the scene on the left panel. This is this is the viewport on where it appears. This is the phone like device. Here is the simulator. You can see whatever you add the component, whatever components you add on the scene, you can see the same on the viewport, and how it will look on your mobile devices will be shown on the simulator right here. Okay. So when I click on this device, this is the scene. Basically, here is on the left panel, on the left panel of my screen, if you can see, this is where you add components. So when I click on device, you can see this blue lines. So whatever I click on, this just shows what component is where. If I click on the ambience light, there's this light. You can see there are majorly four types of light, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. Now on the microphone, when I click on my microphone, now what it does is, like, when a developer makes an effect, if you want the user to record his or her thoughts while they are using an effect, so you can, by default it is enabled, the microphone is enabled when you publish an effect, but you can disable it as well if you don't want the user to record his or her thoughts, just take the picture. So when you disable it, even if they want to record, the audio won't be audible. So yeah, this is about the microphone. This is about the scene. Now whatever property, whatever is on the scene, on the right panel, just on the right panel, as I showed you this disable mic option or the preview option. So these are the properties for the very component that we see on the screen right here. We'll add a few components here so that we can talk more about the properties that are visible on the right panel. So we'll move on to now the assets. So what are basically assets in Spark AR? Like, assets are all the resources, like all the things that you use in the software that are already not here, but you import it, or you can use it via the asset library that we have in Spark AR Studio. So right here, you can see you can import textures and materials from the computer, or you can use the asset library. This is also an icon for the asset library itself. and I'll just click on it. So yeah, what asset library is, like, it is a really great thing that Spark AR Studio provides. So these are certain predefined, like inbuilt 3D objects, patches, music and sound, all of these things are there, textures. So you can use it from here itself. If I say I want to use a sunrise texture, so I can just import it from the asset library, and like you can see, it will be visible in the textures. When I click on this, on the left panel, you can see the properties, and this is the preview of the image. So whatever 3D objects you want to add, you can get those from the asset library, or of course you can just import it from your local computer as well. So I am gonna just upload one of the textures from my local computer to show you the properties, like what all properties do we have. If I say I just upload a random image, maybe a Christmas background. So when I click on this in the section, this is basically a texture. So I'll just walk you through on what all properties are here. Yeah. So right here we have the type. So it is a single texture. This is a single image, as you can see on the screen. This is a single image that I have uploaded, right? So when I see these options, there are options of texture sequence and spreadsheet as well. So what are texture sequences? I would say, like if you wanna add a series of images, say I want to add 10 images, and I want to add 4 images, or any number of images. So we can add that using the texture sequence. If I click on texture sequence, I'll be redirected to this, and if I just select all of these and open it, okay, one of the import failed, but yeah. So you can see right here, it is a texture sequence of 4 images, right? So you can add 4 images or 10 images at a time using the texture sequence type. I'm gonna delete it for now. We'll move forward with more properties here. Just a second. Yeah. So here you can see the file size and the dimensions of the image that we have right here. The color encoding scheme. This is linear, and if we every image is formed of basically four major colors, like red, green, blue, and the fourth component is alpha, that decides the opacity and stuff. So that is there. You can't see much changes if I select it here, but while we see it in perspective, we'll be able to see the changes if we select the sRGB in the color encoding. So I'll keep it linear for now. So the another feature that we have here is compression. So what it does is, like, if you this is a very small sized image, it's just 9.86 kb, but if there is an image, say, of 5 MB or more, and the maximum effect size that we can have for an effect to get published on Instagram and Facebook, it's 4 MB. So that is the standard or ideal size that Facebook thinks for all the, because it wants all the users worldwide to use its effects, right? So that is the ideal size for every user to get the effect loaded on their devices. So that is there. So we can compress it manually, or we can we can just choose it none. Right now we don't need it, so I'm just gonna keep it none. And there are few more options here, like sampling, tiling mode. So what the tiling mode does is, like, if you can see, there is clamp, repeat, and mirror. So if we have, say, an image that is, say, only one fourth of the size of a screen, and if you want the same image to get repeated, so we'll it can be a small sized image, like the dimensions can be really small, so I can just repeat it, so it can appear 4 times on the same screen by itself. So that is what the tiling mode does here. And Yeah, we'll talk about the patches and stuff maybe in the upcoming sessions, but yeah, these are the properties of a texture. Now it's all about talking about the properties and what all we see on the screen. So now I'll move to adding some things. Like it's all about talking now. I will add some stuff. So here are the add object section. So in the add object section we can see there are options like phrase tracker, plain tracker, target tracker, and a hand tracker, and you can add these many components. So what a face tracker does is, like the name suggests, it basically tracks the user's face. So whatever you add within the face tracker, so I'll add it and show how it works. So yeah, so this is a face tracker. Now you can see these arrows. So what it is does is it is tracking the face as the user moves. So I am gonna add another object in the face tracker, that it say a face mesh. So a face mesh, this is like a by default, how the face mesh comes. So what it is doing is, as the user face moves, it is going to track it and move the face mesh according to that. Say if I just copy the face mesh and maybe put it outside okay, I am now going to show you if, say, I add an object, say a face mesh outside. Yeah. So you can see this is a face tracker. Inside of it, we have a face mesh component. But there is another face mesh that I added. If I click here and I'll just move it so that you can just see the difference between the two face meshes. So here, if I add a face mesh as it is and I'm not using it within the face tracker, so it doesn't move as the user face moving. So it is not tracking the user's face. You can see. I'll just delete this very component so that you can see. Yeah. So as the user face moving, it is not moving. So that is what a face tracker does. If we'll add a component within the face tracker, it is going to track. It is going to move as the moves, but not otherwise. So I'm gonna delete these components for now, and let's just make a simple AR effect. I am gonna just use a template to show you how we can make a simple AR effect in Spark AR Studio. So this is a new project file. We have talked about the components right here on the screen, how you can add objects, you can just play with other components, like you can add a plane tracker, target tracker, and hand tracker, 3D objects or a null object, like see how it works. So yeah, that all we can do. Right now what we have on the screen is, this is basically a simple effect where by default background is added. I'll delete this background for now. Yeah, so I'll add a background from my local computer, say this one. So yeah, so these are the properties you can see. uh, it is getting compressed. The meanwhile it's getting compressed, let's just move to materials. So what materials does is, like, it adds details and capabilities to your details and complexities basically to your texture. So we'll move to materials. So this is the background material that we have right now. It's, you can change the color, of course, if you want to just change the background color. Like, this is the material that is, I'll show you here. Yeah, so this is the background material that we are using. You can simply change it to any color, like here. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. I want this very image that I uploaded here, the light background named image, as my background. So I'll just use a texture from here. So you can see the light background named image, named texture basically. So I'll select this texture, and right on the screen you can see the background is added. So we can change the opacity. What opacity does is, like, if you want to make it less visible, if you want to just do stuff, I'm gonna keep it 100 only for now. And yeah, so again, the same features that we have: color encoding, opacity, the blend mode. So you can just explore these features as you move forward with adding details to your filter. So I am gonna just add one more component to show you, maybe a 3D text. So I'll add a 3D text here. Yeah. So you can see these icons and the properties itself on the right panel. So these are the properties for the 3D text. So you can see this, what text I'll write. I'll uh, say write open innovation. Open innovation. So I am gonna place it. So here are the position, scale, and rotation options. Here you can do it by writing the XYZ coordinates over in the right panel, but you can use these arrows to place as well. So I'm gonna just use these arrows here. Yeah, so I'll place it right here. So what you can do is with this as well, see, there are front material, side material, and a back material. So I'm gonna just add a material over here. So there are existing materials like the background mat, user mat. So I'll add a new material to show how we can add that and make changes. So I'll create a new material. So the new material creator is material one. I'll just rename it to avoid confusion. So this is text mat. This is the material that we are using with the text. Excuse me. Yeah. uh, so on in the material right here, you can choose any texture as well. Like if you want to say just use the background texture itself, so you it won't be visible much, but if you zoom in and see, the texture that we added in the background is the texture that is added the text as well. So we are not gonna do it. We'll just remove it for now, and we'll keep it maybe a color only. So you can keep it any color. We'll keep it white, maybe any color for now. So yeah, these are the things you can do with the 3D text. Or you can change the properties or add textures or change the opacity as well. So yeah, we'll keep it 80 for now. So yeah, I think this is like a simple basic effect with a background and a text and a 3D text on top. So let's just move on to the other segment where we'll publish this effect on to be used by users on Facebook and Instagram and Messenger. So right on the bottom right corner, you can see a publish button. You can publish your effect while the file section here as well. So yeah, so I'm gonna click on publish. Here you can see you can publish a new effect, or you can update your existing effect. Like I have published a few effects, so my effect can be updated. Right now we are publishing a new effect, so I'll click on this. What you can do is you can just record a demo video right here. So this is right now the simulator is showing, but because my camera is already in use, but you can record your own video here to be uploaded in the published section while we move on to the Spark AR hub. So right now I am not going to record a demo video, but you can. So here you can see the file sizes are appropriate, the capabilities are meeting the requirements. So that is all done, it's all tick. And now we are gonna there are two ways basically. You can export this very effect, or you can just directly upload it. So if I click on the upload section here, it will redirect me to the Spark AR hub in the browser window. But the other way is like exporting this project file. So if I am gonna name it demo background. Okay, so I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna I just saved this project file and exported this project file basically, and I'll move to the Spark AR hub now. So yeah, I think the Spark AR hub is visible. So I have already logged in. You can just get started with it using your Facebook IDs. So this is the first dashboard that appears on your screen right here. So if you want to publish a new effect, you'll click on publish effect. You can give it any name. I'll give it name demo demo only. Yeah. So here is the project file that you need to upload. So this is the project file that is uploaded. If you go the other way, when you click on the upload button in the publish section in the Spark AI Studio, so the file can get automatically uploaded, or you can do it explicitly as well, like I did. Yeah, so you can publish it on all the platforms. You can choose specific platforms only. So if you choose specific platforms, it's on the developer's choice whether you want to publish it on Instagram, or only on Facebook, or maybe on Messenger and Instagram both. So that's totally your choice. uh yeah, so these are the categories you can put your effects into so that the user can maybe browse it. So keywords are also the same thing. I can put it in sci-fi and fantasy, or maybe selfies. You can put in keywords as well. And here is the demo video. Like, you can upload the demo file here. I haven't recorded it right now, so I won't be doing it, but yeah, you can do it. What the icon thing does is, like, you can see right here, if we upload an image, this is basically the thumbnail image that appears in the effect. So icon is basically that thumbnail. If I click on this very image itself and just take it as thumbnail, so you can see right here, this is the thumbnail image that we obtained. So yeah, so I am just gonna publish it on Facebook. And you can do it, you can publish an effect to make it accessible to all the users on Facebook, Instagram and Messenger, or you can make it link only. That is, you can publish the effect privately, so that only it can be used only by the people you share the link with. So right now I'm just publishing it privately. So yeah, we are good to go. This may just take a few seconds as the file uploads. So after the file gets uploaded, you'll be redirected to the front dashboard, the homepage of the Spark AR Hub itself. So yeah, we have this effect published right here. So this is how we publish an effect using Spark AR. And now moving on to how to submit your entry. You submit your idea basically for the Open Innovation Challenge. So right here, uh, I have, this is the dashboard that appears when you have already registered for the Open Innovation Hackathon and you want to submit your idea here. So these are all the things that you will require. So the effect name, like I just gave the name demo, so I'll write the effect aim here. It lies maybe in the entertainment section. So I'll select the challenge I have made effect for. So what is effect review status? Right here I'll show you. So if I click on effects and if I see this demo, so the review status is basically this. Right now I've published this effect privately, so it's already showing me accepted. But if you publish it publicly, then according to Facebook policies, your effect gets reviewed, and here it shows pending or it is under review, and after that it shows accepted if it is accepted and meets the standards. So yeah, we can write accepted here. Now we'll move to effect ID, and I'll click on this. So where do you get the effect ID from? Just click on the three dots here. You'll copy the effect ID and from the test on device you'll just get the effect link. So this is the link you can use to test this effect on your devices. So I'm gonna copy this link here, effect link. I'm gonna paste the effect link. Right, like I shown, I just show. This is the this is the effect ID right here. So it will be copied to the clipboard, and we can just paste it here. From here, from this very thing only, you will get the owner ID as well. That is the three things that you'll require from uh, the Spark AR hub after you publish your effect. So yeah, so these are the effect IDs, the effect owner ID, and the effect link. So the effect image, you can just test it on your device, click an image of the effect that you have made, and you can choose a file and upload it. The effect video, you can just put it on drive and make it public. So you can add that public video link here, and you can just submit your first air effect. Since I have not added an image here, so I'll just hold on to the submission for now. But yeah, I think I hope I'm clear with how to publish an effect and make a valid entry in Open Innovation Challenge. So if now if there are any doubts, you can just write it in the chat box, and we can take that up. Oscar, if there are any doubts, any queries, I can take them up.
Sure. Thank you, Rupal. It was a wonderful session. So, guys, if you have any questions, you can put it on the chat. It doesn't seem like we have any questions. So, thank you, Rupal. Thank you for
Okay.
your time in the morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope that it will help guys, just to make their first year effects and make a valid submission in Open Innovation. So, yeah, all the best, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, Rupal.
Bye
And
bye.
thank you, everyone, for joining the session. I hope you have understood how to build your AR effect. So, you've got ample amount of time. You can build your AR effect and submit it on the Open Innovation Hackathon and grab your prizes. Thank you and have a good day.